check out the link below and get Arcanium on Steam. Alright guys, Savjz here. Thanks to Rogue Games for sponsoring me to do this. We're checking out Arcanium, Rise of Akhan. This is a new roguelike deck building game. And yeah, I played some yesterday and today we're gonna continue some more. Let's check out. Can I start a new run right now? Oh, I have to probably end the previous run to do that. I guess I'll click on the continue. So I'll show you guys some of the basics on this game. It combines a lot of like different elements from if experienced roguelike players are watching right now. There are some like familiar things. There's also a lot of new things. It's definitely not a copy of any games that you've seen before. So let's start with the basics here. So we have 3 heroes right now that I have selected from a pool of 8 heroes. I have this guy. I have Angorn, who's a healer. It's level 4 right now, and we have Angor's deck selected. These are the cards that I've accumulated for Angorn that we are using. And Angorn will always like draw his own cards from his own deck. It's mostly like supporting and healing. Then we have a fighter hero. We have Ragnarok, who's like a fighter. Yeah, he hits pretty hard. He's my like main damage dealer. And then I have Leon, who's a more like a tank character. And so for Leon we have like collected or I've selected mostly like things that for example like can heal to like so he stays alive, and like defensive stuff. Like this one taunts, it'll make enemies attack it, and then like blind helps us that the enemy can't hit us. And then yeah, here we mostly just have like big damage, and then we have heals. You can have up to 12 cards in all of these decks, in each deck. Right now I have 9, that is the minimum, so I'm trying to like draw my best cards as often as possible. There are reasons to also like play some other stuff, or other amount that is. We also have some artifacts that when you start the game you won't have any of these, but since I played some, we have a few items equipped on the heroes and stuff right now. I'm not gonna go like through all of these, but for example like I put some damage items on Ragnarok that we found from some like defeated enemies and from like loot chest. We have some damage items, and here we have some like defense items like shield and a helmet, and then we have cloth shoulders and a cloak on this on the healer. And yeah, so you start with like basic deck on each character, and then you accumulate from like doing like tasks and doing quests and defeating monsters. You accumulate like better cards. Like you see it here, like these like green ones are cards that we've already upgraded once. Some of these I upgraded myself, and some of these I found in upgraded forms. Here's the basic map. So we started here at the middle, and then we selected routes to go. There was this nodes. So we selected nodes to challenge, to do different things. Like upgrading our guys, accumulating different resources, essences. I'll get to that in just a moment. We accumulate different things that help us on our journey. Then there's also a threat meter here. So once the threat meter is at 90, then we will have to fight the big monster. So we can't like endlessly just like get stronger and stronger. Eventually we'll have to fight it. These used nodes used to be some kind of like adventure elements that I cleared already. And then there's these undiscovered, and then undiscovered. We need to go there to like see what they are. Right now I'm here. You see the yellow arrow. Current node. So I could go back to home, or I could just I could do this assault battle. I think I'm gonna do that right now. Then I also had this essence. This isn't very important in the very beginning, but like these are like ongoing effects. Like we have some bonuses here. Like we start with an extra soldier and stuff, but I wouldn't. You don't remember that stuff. Here's gold. We can buy stuff. Difficulty, all that stuff. The end boss of this act will be the Rocks Czar. So we already know a little bit about the opponent. So like if this was on maybe hard difficulty, maybe it would be very important to like prepare for this boss in particular. But now we're gonna do a battle. Let's do a battle with our dudes. So these are the enemies that we will be fighting. Let's go. I could have also had some more information. This is the basic screen. So These are my 3 guys. Those are the 3 enemies. And they all fight like in kind of like in a lane. Like as a natural, they will like be attacking using abilities on the one that's opposed to them. So here we can see, okay, this one has light resistance and this one has light resistance. So Leon is like a paladin. So we're gonna move the paladin to the middle maybe here. So we will deal the light damage to this one that does not have light resistance. Other than that, I don't really see much reason to like do any different orders here. And let's get right into battle. So battle is gonna start right now. We need to defeat these foes. We got these extra units here. Don't get too confused by these. These are like minions or like helpers, fighters. What's the right word for this? But anyway, these 4/4s are here to help us out, and we can also spawn these Reptarians, which are also like minions that are gonna help us out. And then we have different abilities. Here you can see like, okay, Ragnarok has these 3 cards right now, and he has 3 mana. You see 3 blue bars here, or blue balls, and we can use that amount of mana. So I won't be able to cast all of these because I only have 3. I usually like putting these Reptarians really early to really help out with the damage dealing, because that's gonna, over the course of a long round, that can help us out a lot. Oh, actually, I should before I use other abilities, I'm gonna start this by using a Thunderclap on Leon. So Leon will do a splash damage ability here. You can see all the targets by hovering over it, or the ones that it's gonna be hitting. So all of the enemies will then be vulnerable, which means they will be taking extra damage. We're gonna start with that. Boom. So that took most of Leon's mana. He had 4 mana because he has an item, so he has 4 instead of the 3. And now also we have get an alt. Usually you would get alts a little bit later, but I have an ability that gets me the alts a little faster. So I'm gonna use the draw alt button here. Leon gets the Divine Aegis. I'm gonna cast it right now. So all of my dudes here get a shield now, so they will not be taking damage for this turn. We have 1 more mana. We could cast the Pommel on one of the opponents to deal a little bit of damage and make them attack Leon. Or I could also use the mana to move around if I want to swap the positions on my units. Okay, so these are... Okay, we have 1 more ability here. We can do either Tail, Lash, or Chomp. This would be this would hit 6 damage to each of these. Or we could do Chomp and deal 12 damage to this. So I guess it's the same amount of damage, really. Multi-strike 3, so it's 3 times. I'm just gonna use that here. Hit that 3 times. Boom, some big damage there. And then we're gonna cleanse all debuffs. Target draws 2 cards. So these are... We don't really need these heals like super bad right now. But it would draw some cards and we would get closer to Angorn's ultimate ability. So I might as well do that. I guess we could try to draw... Okay, we are too far away, so I can't draw for that. Maybe I'll move Angorn to the middle. That should use 1 of the energy balls. We'll still have... Oh no, because we have an item. Okay, the items are making this a little different, but... Yeah, we had the item, so it didn't cost anything. I have accumulated like several items, so some of these are not using resources or work a little bit different because they've been modified. Let's draw cards on Ragnarok. Try to find a 1 mana card. Okay, we did find it. Here we go, Reptarian spawn. Now we can get an alt on Ragnarok as well. So what Ragnarok alt does is it spawns one of these Reptarians on each lane. That's next to the lane where he is at, and on that lane. So if I did right now here, we will spawn one in the middle and on the right lane. But I'm gonna swap these around, use the ultimate on here, so we get 1 on each lane. So now I have these minions helping me out as well here. Alright, the Pommel, I'm gonna just save the mana on Leon, so Leon is gonna have 1 extra next turn. And go ahead and end the turn here. Damage gets dealt, my opponent is attacking with some of his units casting some cards. We had those divine shields from Leon, so not really much happened there. Alright, and now we drew more cards. Ooh, now that the Ragnarok is in the middle, this cleave is looking pretty tempting. Lens, taunt. Okay, not maybe the best Leon cards right now. I was hoping for something more aggressive, but he is a tank character, so not too surprised by that. Maybe I'll taunt up this guy, so we will keep the Reptarian alive and go cleave here. Boom. 6 damage to everything. Thorny shield. Where do we want the thorny shield? Let's put it here. Cyclone, take this one out right now. We have defeated 1 out of the 3 enemies right now. This particular fight is not very difficult. There are different difficulties of fights, so some of the fights can be are gonna be a lot harder, and there's also additional hard modes that I can activate at times. It's gonna go ahead and oh, we got the ult on this. Okay, so I'm gonna swap these. So Angron moves for 0 mana once per turn because he has the Holo Cloak, so that's pretty nice. And now we get to use the Angron ultimate. That's the one that I haven't used yet. You saw the shields from Leon coming out, and you saw the reptilians from Ragnarok, but the ult on Angron is the Soothing Rain. It gives a regeneration to all of my guys. So in the beginning of the turn, they will gain extra health. I didn't really do anything, but okay, this regeneration does help us. Boom. We are winning pretty big right now. This is quite an easy fight. All right, it's an opponent's turn right now. Your turn, round 3. Fireflies harden, reptilian spawns. So I want to take this one out. Let's see if we have a thunderclap. We do have a thunderclap, so that's a good one to always start with because then it adds the vulnerable to the enemies. In a splash. Oh, so I should probably swap these then and do the clap here. Easy clap. So we also killed the enemy minion with that because of like the how it works. Then put some fireflies here. Rejuvenate, sure. And this one looks like it's about to be dead. We still have a lot of damage on Ragnarok. I'm gonna switch these, bring Ragnarok closer to the middle so we can use his abilities. Actually, maybe I'll move once more. Seems like the left lane is the one that needs the most help. So bring my heavy damage dealer here. 5 damage and an extra 4 per minion. So we have 3 minions. 1, 2, and 3. So this is gonna deal 17 damage right now, I believe. Oh, it's 23 because of the thunderclap. The thunderclap amplified the damage, and this should be the end of this fight. I believe we did it. Wow. So that looked really easy, and it was. But not all the enemies are this easy. And now we get our rewards. Here we go. 89 gold. Pick a card. I already have a Cyclone, but I'm a huge fan of that. Combine your health and targets. Redistribute health. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know if that's good, but I'm gonna pick it just because I'm curious to try it out. And then we have, oh, Fierce Roar. So I had a Fierce Roar earlier, and I didn't like it very much, but it's a card that gets better when we have no, but I couldn't have multiple of these. I think legendary cards, I believe. You see the yellow symbol, we can only play one of these. Yeah, so we chose the rewards from this. We have that node is now cleared, it's now empty. And the threat meter has increased here. So not all of these are, we can go to this node, which is Portal. Oh, we can buy a teleport scroll. I'm gonna teleport to the capital right now. I'm gonna go to the capital and, all right, now we're here in the middle. And now we can, I believe, because if I walk these like one by one, I believe the threat meter moves a lot more. So I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I believe that's how it works. And you see those red markers here? That's because of the new cards that we have. So that is the basic gameplay loop that we have on this. And if you guys are interested, check out the link below the video, and use my referral link to check out Arcanium, Rise of Akhan. Been having a blast playing, so I think you guys might like this too.